Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, Commodity TV here for you in Vancouver, ladies and gentlemen. And now we are at the largest uranium producers booth of the US here at the conference. And Mark Chalmers, the president, is here, wants to give us an insight into energy fuels.
Welcome, good to be here, Jochen. How are you?
Yeah, great. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Maybe 2018, we saw a nice rally in the uranium price. I'm pretty sure that helped you guys, yeah? But maybe you want to comment a little bit on the business of 2018.
Yeah, look, 2018 was a really important year for energy fuels because one, we had the best share appreciation of all of our peers in the world for those that were over about 50 million market cap, so we had a really good year. We raised a fair amount of money through our ATM. We have a very strong balance sheet. We're the largest uranium producer in the United States in 2018, and we also filed the Section 232 petition in January of
fantastic.
18.
Great. So when you said you are the largest producer, how much have you produced? How many pounds?
Yeah, we produced just about 500,000 pounds, which is really just idling for us. We produced it at White Mesa Mill, and we produced it at Nichols Ranch up in Wyoming.
That means, if I get that right, 50 million pounds the US need per annum, right? So you are responsible for 1% of the demand?
That's a very small quantity, but it is significant when you're the largest producer. So, but it was a big year for us. I took over as CEO in February, so I'm just finishing up the first year as CEO, and we're very proud of both last year, and we're really looking positively to 2019.
Fantastic.
We plan to do big things.
So with the 500,000 pounds you have produced, what were the all-in costs per pound? Meaning, have you made a positive cash flow out of that?
It's hard to we did not make a profit last year. And that 500,000 pounds was sort of the idling production. That was production that occurred just sort of almost accidentally, even though we were trying to produce some uranium. So, looking to 19. We've restarted our vanadium plant. We have the only vanadium circuit in North America. We're producing vanadium as we speak. We started in December.
I think that price went also very nicely up.
The price went up really high in 2018. It's come back off to about $16, $17 a pound, which is still a very favorable price for vanadium. But we're the only producer from primary sources in all of North America. We're very proud of that, and we're producing, as I said, as we speak. It's really easy to talk about it, but it's difficult to do.
Fantastic. So what are the plans then for 2019? Let's assume uranium prices hopefully go above the, let's say, 35, maybe 40 level. We pray for it. We don't know it, yeah? But what are your specific plans with the company? Let's say on the one hand uranium and on the other hand vanadium.
Yeah. Look, we're first and foremost a uranium producer. That's our core business. We're hoping we get some relief under the Section 232, maybe in the mid-year or so of this year, which will hopefully provide further support for U.S. producers. But we're still going to be focused on the vanadium production. So, unlike a number of people, we're very fortunate and blessed that we have multiple ways to generate revenue in our company: uranium, vanadium, and the recycling of low-level radioactive products
that's interesting.
at the White Mesa Mill. And that's those are the aspects of the company that are different. We don't have to wait just 100% on the uranium prices, but we're still going to be very aggressive. We did well last year with our share performance. We are really hopeful that we can repeat that. No guarantees, of course, but we're positioning the company for a big outcome as prices firm.
Yeah, fantastic. The recycling business, how much does this make of your revenue, or let's say a percentage of your business?
Yeah, it's not what we're trying to be, but like last year, I think we generated about $7 million of revenue for recycling.
Nice.
So it's not chump change, and historically it's been between $5 to $15 million a year. We do have opportunities to maybe look at increasing that to maybe $30, $40, $50 million a year. So it is not chump change, and it can be very significant when you're producing uranium and vanadium, and you've got another alternate business that brings in a nice little stream like that. So that's a very, very important, but not the key element of our business model.
Fantastic. Given Petition 232. Let's assume everything goes the fine way. How could you imagine, from the standpoint as a producer, what would be then the new reality in the US? Would that mean that, let's say, there will be a second uranium price, call it the US pound price? Would it be that you get incentives to really go in production, that you get higher selling prices? How would that be?
Look, we don't know what the outcomes might be, because it's not certain what they will be. I mean, our preference is long-term contracts that provide us the pricing levels that we can go out and start producing. I mean, certainly if we get relief under 232, we're going to be moving very quickly to respond as quickly as we can. And our company, with the a number of projects we have, can respond quicker, faster than anybody else. And we're still going to be doing things in 2019 to be even better prepared in 2019, expecting that we will get some relief out of Section 232.
Fantastic. Let's assume everything goes well. Let's assume uranium goes again above the $45 level, call it the $50 level. What would be then your production profile? What do you think you can produce? And how does it look like with reserves and resources?
Look, we would progressively, depending on the pricing, ramp up production. We tell people that the first stage, and this is producing from up in Wyoming, in Utah, in Texas, around 2.5 million pounds of production, which we can respond to in, say, 12, 18 months. And then with further contracts in additional time, we would ramp up from there up to 4 or 5 million pounds per year in an optimal kind of environment. So the key is prices. Uranium prices. A fair market value for a pound of uranium is probably closer to $60 a pound in the world. I mean, even companies like Cameco have talked about they're not going to be producing uranium at low prices, and that they want in the order of $50 plus before they start producing newly mined uranium. And we're in the same boat. So, the $30 a pound, $35 a pound, that's not fair market value of producing a pound of uranium.
Okay, good, understood. Perfect. Well, then thank you very much for that.
Let's buckle up and look forward to 2019. We're just off to the start, and as I said, we're very excited where we're positioned in this market.
Yeah, that is important, because you have all options in your hands.
Exactly. And I came back from Australia for this opportunity, because I believe that Energy Fuels was very, very well placed with the assets they have and the position in the United States.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you,
the best.
Jochen.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Mark Chalmers, the president and CEO of Energy Fuels, and you heard it. Still tough times in the market on the one hand, but on the other hand, the company can produce uranium, vanadium. They have a recycling business. They are well set up. They have a lot of good properties, and so they are poised, for higher uranium prices to really benefit from that. I would suggest check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Vancouver.